Shalom, shalom, Facebook. I got another prophecy for you. Isaiah 29:30. Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Add ye year to year, let them kill sacrifices on the feast day. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel. And I will camp against you round about, and will lay siege against you with a mount, and I will raise forts against you, and you shall be brought down, and shall speak out of the ground, and your speech shall be low out of the dust, and your voice shall be as of one that has a familiar spirit out of the ground, and your speech shall whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude of your strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passes away. Yea, it shall be as an instant, suddenly. You shall be visited of Yahuwah Sabaoth with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, and storm, and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. It shall even be as when a hungry man dreams, and behold, he eats, but he awakens, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreams, and behold, he drinks, but he awakens, and behold, he is faint, and his soul has appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For Yahuwah has poured out upon you the ruach of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, he has covered, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a sefer that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray you. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the sefer is delivered unto him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray you. And he says, I am not learned. Wherefore Adonai says, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work amongst this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto him that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahuwah, and their works are in the dark, and they say, Who sees us, and who knows us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, He made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, He had no understanding? It is not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest. I'll read 17 again. Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest? And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the Sefer, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahuwah, and the poor among the men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Yasharel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproves in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Therefore, thus says Yahuwah, who redeemed Avraham, concerning the house of Yaakov: Yaakov shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. But when he sees his children, the work of my hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name, and sanctify the Holy One of Yaakov, and shall fear the Elohai of Yasharel. They also that erred in the Ruach shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. Woe to the rebellious children, says Yahuwah, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my Ruach, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down to Mizraim, and have not asked at my mouth. It kind of sounds like the voting polls to me. What has Israel to do with the elections at Egypt? And if you want to say spiritually, physically or spiritually, what has Israel to do with Egypt's elections, with their crowning of a prince? Woe to the rebellious children, says Yahuwah, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my Ruach, that they may add sin unto sin, that walk to go down to Mizraim, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Mizraim. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Mizraim your confusion. For his princes were as Soam, and his ambassadors came to connect. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be a help, nor profit, but a shame, and also a reproach. I'll read that one more time. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Mizraim your confusion. For his princes were as Soan, and his ambassadors came to connect. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be a help nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach. The burden of the beast of Negev, into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper and fiery flying serpent, They will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. For the Mizraim shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this thing. Their strength is to sit still. Now go, write before them in a table, and note it in a sefer, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the Torah of Yahuwah, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Yasharel to cease from before us. Have you not said it? Have you not said that this word is not for today? The Lord your God, Yahuwah Eloheinu, is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And his word never changes. It's good for yesterday, it's good for today, and it's good forevermore. And you can change the brand of anything, any product that you wish, any property, any land, any area, you can change the name. But you, in your mortal human form, cannot change the principality. You cannot change the spiritual repercussions. There is nothing under the sun that has not been done. Wherefore thus says the Holy One of Yasharel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it assured to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. No remedy. Suddenly, in an instant, while your sarcasm is still in your mouth, while your praise for the